Hi everyone. I know this is a very unusual way to start a video for the Johnsons, but it's an unusual video. As everyone knows, we really went flat out for our big Christmas extravaganza this year. We've been filming on locations and we were so excited about it all. But sadly that video has not been put together. I hope we can do it before the year is out, otherwise it will just have to wait its turn because events have taken over. Sadly, Caroline had a mini stroke at 1:15 on Thursday morning. We had the ambulances called out. They were here at 2:30. She was taken into hospital where she had another mini stroke, and it has really disorientated her and she is quite poorly. They've let her out of hospital, of course, with the inundation of COVID cases and everything else. They were able to move her through very quickly. We have nothing but the highest praise for the ambulance service and the hospital where she attended at Prince Charles. They did CT scans and everything. We've been in conference on the phone with the doctor today. They've given Caroline medication and everything, so she is at home, because that's the best place for her, because we are constantly with her, Tim and myself, so she's never alone because of the high risk of a repeat episode or even a more significant episode within 14 days. So I'm sorry to bring you sad news, but the good news is Caroline is at home, she is with us, and she's doing extremely well. She recovered very quickly from the loss of speech and the problems with us one side, very quickly indeed, all of which are positive signs. And we just wanted to, but we didn't want to leave this Christmas go without just sharing that message with you and thanking you for all your support through the year. And hopefully you'll enjoy what we've put together. Caroline's the editor, not me. So what I've managed to do is to take a little bit from the past and share it with you today, because Caroline obviously being out of action, not only from her own channel but also for editing with Let's Go, it seemed the best prospect. Of course, if you were looking forward to my Christmas craft, which I have created but isn't coming out quite yet, it's a Christmas craft that includes items such as this, then by all means, why not check out Caroline's channel, because the very last thing Caroline made before she was taken ill, this is what she made on Wednesday and put up on her Wednesday video. She was actually doing a 5-day challenge. She put out a video Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then had the stroke on Thursday morning, the mini stroke. But this is what she made. If you like it and you'd like to see how she made it, then it's her latest video over there. Caroline had set a goal of hoping to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. Well, that's not going to be possible, I dare say, because she's on 792 subscribers. But if there's 8 of you out there who haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to, be brilliant to get it to 800 for Christmas. But now, let's make a start on memories. And the first video I've chosen to show you is from a trip 3 years ago, a Christmas trip on the 21st of December 2018, when we went to 3 Christmas markets. This was the final one. This was Ostend. I wanted to show this because this shows Caroline so happy. She had the biggest candy floss ever. Come and join us now for this Christmas experience.
So that's what they got you that we haven't got. You just the amount of light. extra large. To the right.
Mulled wine number 3 here in Ostend, and look at that, they've even put fruit in it.
Ooh, posh.
Oh, I tell you. Oh, that's warm. Mind you, it's a warm evening. Lovely. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching that video of 3 years ago, before ever there was a pandemic, when you could just jump on a ferry, nip over to the continent, go around 3 different markets in 3 different cities, end up at Ostend, and what a fantastic place. Caroline with her candy floss and me on my 3rd cup of hot mulled wine. What a birthday celebration that proved to be. But now we're going to take you forward in time from 2018 into the pandemic season, but last year at Christmas, the video we put out included finding a lost creature, also doing a little bit of digging, which I don't normally do, and some craft, because obviously no craft from the shed this week. But as I say, please feel free to go over and see Caroline's craft. Here it is again, that final piece that she made on Wednesday before she had abandoned her 5-day challenge due to the intervention of the mini strokes hospitals, medication and the rest. But this time the craft is bottle cutting. Now, I've recently done bottle cutting with my new super duper cutter that I've been given as a fantastic gift, but this was the bottle cutter that I originally had, my first attempt, and it winds up with a very nice touch of Christmas, as there's my favourite Christmas carol at the end. It's autumn, as you can see. Had our first big frost, so it's chilly. But we've come down to the Darren River in search of treasures. It's flooded, but we've had some good finds here before. We found a pipe down here on a previous visit, and we found some broken bottles. Now you might think that's not exciting, Phil, but it could be today, because I'd love to find a bottle that I can then try out on my new bottle cutter. Let's have a look what we can find.
I spotted something in the distance. Can you see it? Right, it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride because there are a lot of brambles and they're very prickly, and again I've worn my thin leggings, so they're sticking in me all the time. Anybody see it yet? It's there. It's a little Welsh rugby ball. Cymru, which is the Welsh for Wales. And a Welsh dragon. Oh look. Somebody's abandoned a teddy bear. Oh, poor thing. He's in a bit of a bad way. He's very wet as well. Can we rescue him? What do you think, Phil? Can we rescue that bear?
Yeah, we've got to try, haven't we?
We have. Have you got a carrier bag?
I think I have.
Right, we'll put him in a plastic bag and we'll take him home with us. See if we can wash him up and make him look a little bit healthier and give him a new life, because the poor thing was going to just rot away in the undergrowth there. Ooh, let's have a look at this. Oh, it's got a bit of pattern on it. I've forgotten my good gloves, so I want to take my woolly ones off. There's a little bit of blue there. And a bit of a bottleneck here. No bottle though. And working our way along. Is this plain or patterned? Plain. Don't forget, shout if you see something. Oh, there's another bit. Oh, look at that. It's got some red on it. It's also got some blue on it. Oh, I can see some more over there under the leaves. Oh, it's a big bit. It's got a number 3 on it. Soap dish, do you think? Meat dish? Plain or patterned? Oh, oops, I'm dropping everything. Something royal ironstone something. Oh, is that something under there? Oh, look! It's a piece of ridged pottery. Where would a mudlark be without some ridged pottery? Right, let's keep looking. I'm getting too much to carry. What's another piece? Blue and white. Let's have a look what else we can see. The problem is the leaves are covering a lot of things. Oh, I can see something down over here. Oh, wait a minute. There's something there. Let's leave a pile there and come back for it. What's this? Oh, it's big. Oh, wow. Look at that. I put that there. That was off a flagon or something, wasn't it? Ooh. I hope we find some more big things. Let's have a look. Aha, we've got a bottle digger's hole here. What have we got around it? Take the leaves off. Is that plain or patterned? Plain. And this one, plain or patterned? Plain. Oh, that one's got a few little lines like a relief shape on it. Right, let's get down in the hole. Whoop. Go down. Right. And this is plain. I get the feeling everything's going to be plain. Plain. Is that something down there? Yep. It's only a little bit, but it's some blue and white. Right, that's just... Oh no, it's got a little bit of gilding on it. I can't wash it because we're nowhere near the water. It's all the way down there. Right, let's have a look here. There's another piece. Oh, there's a nice little pile there. Aha. Proof that this is a bottle digger's hole. He forgot his shovel. Do you need to dig? Let's go and see what Phil's doing. Oh, there's something else on the floor on the way. Oh, that's very fine china. It's got a little handle. What have you found?
A ridged pottery.
Ooh, that's a novelty. Bits of stone.
Always a chance of a fossil when it's
Let's have a look.
Always a chance, but not today.
No, I don't think there's one there. There could be some grass fossils in there. Nothing terribly exciting. Oh, is that a bottle? Oh no, it was a bottle, but it's pretty broken.
Just there where you've thrown it down, darling.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, is it a whole thing on the bottom? What do you think? The bottle diggers wouldn't have left it here if it was whole, would they? No, it's not whole, but let's have a look. Right. Oh, there's something written on it. Evans and Porth. T&E, which is Thomas and Evans. Let's have a look. I'm assuming this is green. Where's some sunshine? Yep, that's green. So we'll have that. That'll be perfect for Phil to cut out. Oh, you found another one?
Yeah, it's just the edge of this one.
Ooh. It's not round. Is it round?
I think it is.
Oh, right. I thought maybe it was a medicine bottle shape. Oh, that's nice.
No, it's round.
And it's whole.
They must have missed that one.
Oh, that's a really lovely one. Let's have a look at the bottom.
Anything written on it?
I can't see. And it's starting to rain.
That is the sort of thing I'm looking for.
Right.
The only problem with that is
Yep.
the words are running up and not around the base.
Right.
And it's a little low there
Hmm.
for cutting for a candle. But I'll take it just in case. But I've got my doubts.
Okay, we give it a try. I've spotted some interesting things over there, so let's go have a look. Oh, before I do, there's another chunk of ridged pottery there. Oh, that's quite a big lump as well. Phil's beaten us to it, look. He's very
I'm
enthusiastic.
enthusiastic because I'm hoping there's words on this one.
Oh,
Because that's a perfect candidate for cutting down.
let's have a look. I think it's... Is it green or is that just algae?
Algae and it's plain, is it?
It's plain, yes. Something written on the bottom, something limited. What do you think? Is that a candidate or not?
Now, purely because of what I'm hoping to experiment with, which is my bottle cutter, I'm going to take it
Right,
as a possible cut down job.
right.
Because if I cut it down, it'll show people how it all works.
Okie dokie, let's have a look, see what colour it is. It's clear. There are a few other things here as well. There's the top of a bottle. And there's the bottom of a bottle. No, it's the top of another bottle.
I do.
Oh, there we go. Here we got a square bottle. Glasgow. Patterson's. And here is a bit of pie dish. I wonder if there's a pie in it. Nope, that's a big chunk, isn't it? Imagine the size on the pie that would make. Oh, what's this? Aha. That's another one. Thomas and Evans. Porth. That's a nice. That's like an aqua colour. Oh, that's pretty. We found this for you, Phil.
As long as that crack isn't too low. Do you want to see what I found for you?
Oh, go on then.
Ta-da!
Oh, it's a ball. What is a badark without a ball? Ball number 2. There's this rocky outcrop here that leads very neatly into a fairy glen. There are lots of fairy glens down here. I think we might call this whole area Fairy Glen, actually, because there are bound to be fairies living here. It is so magical, so beautiful. If you do see a fairy, let me know. It's very slippery underfoot, but is that a bottle? Oh no, it's just a big hose. I mean, all the way, down to there. No idea what that is. And is that a very large bit of pipe stem? No, it's a twig. It's one of those terrible twigs. They catch me out all the time. There are so many little hollows around here. This little tree stump has got one in there. And then these rocks, little gaps everywhere. We have no idea what's going on behind those little walls, is there a whole community in there? Are they looking at us in the distance? Thinking, I wish he'd go away. This is the Bottle Diggers Haven, which is right at the bottom of more of the Fairy Glen. There's this huge tree. It goes up and up and up. It hasn't got many leaves on it anymore because autumn is well and truly here. There's another hollow down there. I can't see what's in there, so I want you to be brave now because I'm going to put you in and see if you can see anything. Did I miss anything? Was there anything worth seeing? Let's get closer to the walls of the glen. Look at that, riddled with tiny little caves. Very precarious. Right, let's have a look along here, see what we can see if the bottle diggers have dug anything exciting up. And is there anything under these newly fallen leaves? I can see lots of bits of china. Oh, the top of a ginger jar, I think, with a little green hue on it. And the top of a chamber pot, I'd say.
Look what I found.
Oh, what have you found? Oh wow, it's a bit of pipe stem. Oh,
Skinny,
well
innit?
done. It is very small.
See this pile there?
Yep.
It was just lying there. See all the bits of white, and I thought, oh, that looks like a pipe stem. It's probably a twig.
Oh, it really is pipe stem. Brilliant. Oh, I can see something blue if I give you the pipe stem.
Okie doke.
Can you see something big and blue? Over here. Bottom of a mug, is it? Oh yes, there's not a lot left, but that's very blue, isn't it? And the bottom of a ridged pottery jar, and is that a whole one? No, more bits of ridged pottery.
And some more blue and white.
Oh wow, that's very deep blue, isn't it? Same plate, I'd say, that's smashed off.
Somebody commented on the fact that we find blue and white, they find blue and white. The willow pattern is so all over the place. You rarely get the people. You don't get the people. You tend to get, you know, we get loads of bits, but we don't get the people, and we rarely get the birds. We have had the birds once or twice.
That's a big lump. Oh, is that plain or patterned? I think it could be patterned. Oops, Phil's causing a landslide. Yes, it's patterned, it's blue, and that's a nice chunk of. I reckon that there is going to be more ridged pottery. What do you think? It's the bottom of something like a ginger beer bottle. You can see the angle. Oh, if only we could have found the whole thing. Phil just found this little tiny piece of what looks like clay. Whoops. Very small, I've dropped it again. But it seems to be the wrong shape for a clay pipe. Could be the bottom of a very fine doll's face, where it joined onto the cloth body. Something like that, I think. I'm on the top of the pile, aiming for that big piece of china over there, but I've seen something here. Now, do you think this is another piece of pipe stem? It's long. I think it is. Oh, yes, look, it's only a tiny bit, but it's a piece of pipe stem. Oh, this is quite a good area. 2 pieces of pipe stem within a foot of each other. And I've seen, as I put my foot down there, it's only little, but it's a bit of blue and white. What have you found? Ooh, something interesting?
I got a sneaky feeling that dip there is going to let me down.
Ah, right.
It's not bargoed, because we've had 2 bargoed ones here, and they were good finds, but it is Bristol Brewery.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, give that a try.
A little bit taller. Can you see the bottles on it?
That's really nice.
But it's got to be a candidate for salvaging bottle diggers leftovers.
This is what I spotted. It's very pretty. It's got gilding on it. Nothing written underneath, part of a saucer. But isn't that lovely? I think one day I'll come here with a shovel with the plan of filling in all these bottle diggers' holes, because our local bottle diggers don't like filling their holes in. But imagine what's in all this spoil. You never know, it could be nothing, but it could be absolute wonderful treasures. So one day we will come and fill in these holes. There's quite a lot of bits and pieces here, and I've just found this, which is really pretty. And there's a big bottom of a bottle, but there's nothing on it, and it's very short. Oh, this is pretty. That's the bottom of what looks like a bowl or a chamber pot. Another bit there. These could be bits of it. That's really pretty. Broken bottle. Lots of broken bottles. Oops. Oh, a tiny bit of blue. And bottom of an egg cup. What else have we got here? Anything that Phil could use for his bottle cutting? Lots of bits of ridged pottery that have been smashed to death. Oh, that's nice. Can you see the hole in the bottom? The pud, that's quite a big one. Oh, I think Phil will like that. Put that in a pile. Now we've got a glass Pepsi bottle. I don't think that's very old. And oh, that's cracked right the way down, so that's not going to be cuttable. Phil is back. He's been to pick up the bottle digger shovel that they left behind, and he's just going to have a quick go at filling in one of these holes and see if there's anything exciting to find.
Well, we found 2 pieces of pipe stem on the top of that pile. So
yep.
If I shovel the pile back in, always a possibility there's other things they didn't want.
It is.
That we may like, and we fill an hole.
We thought you might like this, Phil. What do you think? I think it's cuttable. But if you look at the bottom,
ooh.
What do you think? Is it cuttable, do you think?
It could be.
Give it a try.
The problem is, how do you put a candle in with a pontal?
I'll use it for something else. It's going to be good fun to have that, isn't it?
Tell you what, if I could cut it high enough, you could put pens or brushes in there and they'd stand around the outside edge sort of thing.
Or use it as a water jar. Yep, we'll take that, definitely, I think.
Mainly broken glass, ridge pottery, but not terribly old.
Oh, that's nice. A brown bottle.
Not terribly old, but I can only assume they left it here because there's nothing on it.
No.
Or they didn't see it as they shovelled out, I don't know.
Could be, because it is brown and dirty. You having fun?
I'm digging. Thought a bit of pipe stem came down then. Ah, way by.
Behind there, by your foot, by your toe, where your toe was. In front of you to the, there.
Oh, it's a bit of cabando.
Oh well. We're not having much success with the spoils of these bottle diggers. They were very thorough. I've just found a piece of blue and white pottery. Looks like probably willow pattern. Just left lying on the top.
But I think I found something really good.
Oh, where?
Well, a little bit really good. Good for us. Because no, I said, oh, I saw something fly and you thought it was that. It wasn't, it was this.
Oh, is that pipe stem?
I think it is.
Oh, it is.
With
And
knobbly bits
knobbly
on.
bits, yes. We've seen one of
twiggy
these before. They're like a twig, yeah.
That's
Ooh,
what
nice.
I see. That's the thing, as I'm throwing a shovel full, I just saw it in the air. It was just there, just a glimpse, and I thought, that's a pipe stem. See, we're getting good at this.
Well, I just turned the camera off and straight back on because I looked by my feet and there's another piece of pipe stem. The water's very deep and rushing and quite dangerous, so we'll stick to the edge, but come on, we've got to have a paddle, so pop your wellies on and in we go.
But this isn't the end of the video, because we're going to say goodbye from the river, but we're heading back home now, and I'm going to have a go at these bottles and a few others that we've picked up on this site and elsewhere, and show you whether or not my bottle cutter is a success. So come and join us there. So here we are, back at Johnson's HQ. The sun has set, it's dark outside, but that's no problem, because this is the time for crafting. This is the time when mudlarkers may not be able to go out and about, but we can stay in and, of course, have an awful lot to do. You're never bored as a mudlarker, in or out. And as you can see on the shelves here, I've got an array of bottles. Some of the ones we found today, and others. Now, bottle diggers love bottles, mudlarkers love bottles. I remember this particular bottle, and the reason it's on the shelf today amongst all the broken ones, this was one of the first bottles we ever found. And Caroline was absolutely over the moon. It's not that rare, it's not that old, but it's beautiful, and it's a prize member of our collection. And of course, those who watch regularly will be spotting this bottle, because, and you'll notice, after much inquiries from the wife, it's much cleaner than you saw it before. That is my Esso bottle, which we found on our mega bottle dump discovery when we were up visiting in West Yorkshire. That is my all-time favourite to date. So yes, they are brilliant bottles. They are prizes of our collection. But of course, as we've been explaining today, the bottles that others leave behind, if we use them for craft, we can make good things out of. Like all of these on here, they're all broken. This one here, it's just lost the top, but something needs to be done. Yeah, it's got all that glorious writing on it, and I'm sure something can be done with that. And of course, some of the bottles we found today, up on the top here, I even have this bottle, which we found on one occasion, a lovely old Corona bottle. That was down at the secret dump that we went to. And lovely Corona bottle, broken. Now, if I can just take the top off that to make it safe so we can put a candle in, then that would be a boot. So being broken doesn't mean that it's useless. But you do need a bottle cutter. And I have a bottle cutter. In fact, it's the Calawen glass bottle cutting kit. And a big thank you on air to our Nathan. This was my present for Caroline and my 39th wedding anniversary in September. Some people may know Nathan from the chat on the live shows as either Gobo Joe, or of course he's one member of the team along with Max and Anya in the Dino Years, their own show. But this is what he bought. Now, when I opened it, I thought, somehow I expected there to be more to it. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I thought, But it does everything you need. And if anything, it's really handy that it is so compact. So as long as it does the job, I'm happy with it being that compact. You've got a set of rollers. You've got a small adjustable sliding bar so that you set the bottle on here, move it up so that this piece here, which does the work, that is the working end of all of this. That's the cutting wheel. You line that up with exactly where you want to cut. You bring this in so that it stops the bottle sliding to and fro, screw it down, and off to go. Now, I said on the video today that I'd be cutting bottles and that I'd be cutting some of the bottles we find. And I will be. But those who watch regular may remember our visit to the castle. And therefore you'll remember this. It's smashed. It's little.
Oh, look!
But it's a perfect candidate for my glass cutter. And look what it says on the bottom.
Bolton and Sons Caerphilly.
We've never had a Caerphilly bottle, have we?
No, oh, that'll be perfect for your bottle cutter.
We're in Drythun, 2.5 miles as the river flows, 2 miles below Caerphilly.
What have you found?
Do I look smug?
You do look very smug.
Very, very smug?
I suspect you found something good.
I think I found something exceptionally good. Well, exceptionally good for me anyway.
Right. Let's have a look.
I'm not going to show you.
Oh, show us.
Might not think it's
Look, we're so excited.
I have found a very plain bottle.
Oh, bottle. That
But
is
it's wool.
It's whole.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
right.
wool. And it's not a paste pot, but it's wool.
Let's have a look.
It's plain glass.
Show us.
Nothing very fancy.
I can't stand it. Oh, look.
But there's
That's
something
nice.
exceptional about that bottle.
Bolton and Sons Caerphilly. A whole one of the one we found that was broken.
And I think slightly larger.
Oh, that's right. I tell you what, it could be. We're near Caerphilly, so maybe a few of those bottles are going to turn up in this river somewhere.
But use the best bit.
Go on then, tell me the best bit.
I want to start using my bottle cutter. And because the Caerphilly is round the bottom and I've got two, I could cut these off and turn them into a pair of tea light holders.
Oh, that would be nice.
With Bolton and Sons Caerphilly on it.
Very nice.
And here are the two bottles we found. Now, I showed these on a roundup on the live show after we made that video. And the general consensus was, Phil, don't cut the whole one. Don't be a Philistine and chop that whole bottle. What are the chances of finding a Caerphilly bottle? You found two, but only one really needs to be cut. So the suggestion was that perhaps we could put a candle in there, cut this and put a tea light in there and make the pair. So that's what I'm going to do now, to show you how this works. There's going to be a little bit of moving around the house as we film, because this not only requires the unit, but it also requires boiling water and very cold water in order to carry out the process. So let's get on with it. You watch, I'll work. Obviously you have to be very careful. Using hot and cold water, you have to be careful. Also working with glass, you have to be careful. Now, if I had one initial criticism of this set, it would be the gloves they supplied. Because these are my hands and these are the gloves. But fortunately, that is not a problem any longer, because as you can see, my new gloves are much bigger. So a big thank you to Phyllis from Tennessee who bought me the gloves. So I will pop those on now before I start any work. And a big thank you also, because thinking not only of my hands, because these are cut proof if you're using knives or anything, also thinking of my eyes, just in case if you're pouring boiling water on a piece of broken glass, probably best to have some protection. So there we are, ready to go. I'll do the work, you watch. Now the first thing we've got to do is decide at what point we wish the cut to be made, and then I have to put on two of these rubber bands which are supplied. There are two sizes. Obviously I want the smaller one for this, because the larger one would just fall about the place. So they give you the two sizes. So I'm going to pop this one on and just move it up to the high mark, which I'm going to say is going to be about there. I'm going to make it about that deep, or at least there or thereabouts, because obviously the next one goes on like this. There we go. And what we do is we cut between the two. That's the idea. We cut directly between the two, and that gives us a point at which to pour the water, because afterwards when we pour the water, we want that water to concentrate itself right where the score line is. So we try to center the score line directly there in the middle, and then when we pour, we should hopefully get the result we want. Okay, well, I'm going to start moving the slider, setting the gauge and going for it. So here we go. There we have it. The score line is just in the center now. I had to widen these out a little just to run so they wouldn't run on the roller as it went round. I can now bring it back into place, bringing them to about 1/4 inch either side of the line. And there we have it. Now it's a trip up to the sink to do the old hot and cold and hope that it works. Well, I'd say that was a success. Wow, that's quite thick glass too. I'm quite impressed with that. So there we have it. Just pop off the elastic band and hey presto, one unusable broken bottle turned into one little candle holder for a tea light, which we're going to set alongside this big brother and put a candle in the top. What a lovely reminder of a lovely day out. But of course, it doesn't just work on little bottles, it works on big bottles. It doesn't just work on clear bottles, it'll work on coloured bottles. And you may remember when we picked up a bottle from down the place we visited today, but we were so excited because it had Bargoid written on it. Now, we found two actually on different occasions. There's one there. Bottlers Bargoid, which is our hometown. But here's one I can show you. There we go. That's a Bargoid one. And there you go. One very thick glass, cut through, ready to take a candle. And on another occasion, some of you may be remembering when we were down at another secret location shared with us by one of our followers. And we found some beautiful things, including a number of broken bottles. One of them had crumbling on.
Oh, what have you found?
Crumbling?
Oh, that's a beer bottle, is it?
Yeah, careful, it's snapped at the top, you see? It's crumbling.
D.F. Pritchard Limited, crumbling. Oh, that's lovely. Let's have a look at it up in the sun. Very nice. Shame about the top. Still a nice pot.
Now, crumbling is where we found that amazing Irish pipe in the basin of the disused canal. But on this occasion, we weren't at Crumlin, but the bottle was from Crumlin. And here it is. As you can see, good for nothing until you remove the top. And this one shows what can be done with regards to smoothing that edge. You see, that is quite sharp and little dips and chips. But then a little bit of work using the Dremel with a sanding tool, and that is totally smooth on the top now and safe to use. Well, I hope you've enjoyed being down with us on the river. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of looking back to the days when we found some of these bottles. And I hope as well you've enjoyed this experiment with my bottle cutter. I'm impressed. I am. I wasn't sure how this was going to go when I first opened it. I looked at it and thought, can it do the job? But I think that you've been witnesses today. It does the job. So if you have enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, do it now. And that way you'll always know when we're putting out a video. And of course, as Caroline always says, and I always say, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, until the next time we're together, have fun. Bye.